Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Today we're going to be talking about a few things that I would like you guys to know. Today I'm alone in the show. Today, Sweet Kikino's not here with me today. He's doing some things that he had to do for me, to be honest. So he's been a little bit occupied. So he left me some instructions on what he would like me to say. You guys know that this is his channel. This is not my channel. He's the brains, and I'm just the voice. So we want to talk about a few things that we spoke about last week, and we want to continue talking about this subject. And good day to you, Wicked. Good day. Good day. Hello to all of you, Swifties. Hello to all of you out there. So we're going to be talking about a subject that we spoke about it last week, and that's about the subject of options. We have some subscribers in our channel that have reached out to me and to Joaquin regarding the subject of options. And they were basically reaching out to us to thank us for, thanking us for what we've been telling you guys for a while, that all those options are not to be pretty much trusted, to be honest. Good day to you, Mr. Don. Good day. Good day to all of you, gentlemen. Good day. And I've been telling you guys that you should not be trusting those auctions because those auctions are not playing by they're not playing with a full deck of cards, if you understand what I mean. They're not playing with a full deck of cards. And a lot of people go into these auctions believing that they're going to win a watch. And it looks that way they're going to win a watch. An example, I have a gentleman that reached out to me. And if you want to see his comment, just scroll down through one of my videos and you're going to see his comment. He's telling me that he was bidding for a Rolex stainless steel Batgirl and in one of these auctions, and he was basically winning this auction, by a long shot. He was winning it, and these people, when they don't get the price they're looking for, they're not doing the auction. They're looking for the price they want before they let it go. They're not gonna just let it go to you because of your sweetness. They're not. They're not gonna do that to you guys. You guys are wishful thinking and wishful believing that you're gonna win the auction, but it doesn't work that way. So this gentleman was bidding on a Rolex stainless steel back girl, and he was looking beautiful, man. He was jumping up and down, and he was doing the cha-cha because he was gonna win this auction. And we're talking about a Rolex stainless steel back girl with a Jubilee bracelet, and the price that he was talking about was a price that is crazy. It's a crazy price. He was at $11,900, for this watch, and he was already, celebrating with his wife and his doggy and everything because he was going to win this 2023, model, and he kept on, he kept on there studying his watch that he was going to win, and suddenly he got the breaking news. He got the breaking news that they pulled him out. They pulled him out of the auction. They pulled him in and then they pulled him out. So he was winning the auction and they pulled him out and he didn't know what happened. And so I'm here to tell you guys, when you go into those auctions are basically fixed. When you're there, you're gonna have to pay some kind of percentage to get that watch, the auctioneer, all that good stuff. It's not as easy as the way you think it is. It's not. It's to get you flim flam and to get you fleeced. So the gentleman was very, very, thankful to, telling us that thank you very much for giving him the heads up on these auctions, that they're all basically, not for real. They're not for real. They're just a bunch of hoodwinks trying to get a nut, trying to get a nut from you guys. So, again, those auctions, don't believe what they're doing. They're basically trying to hype up prices to a level to fool you because the watch market, as you all know, the watch market is dead. I'm going to keep on telling you the watch market is dead until I turn blue, until you guys really understand. And I don't care if you don't understand either. I don't care. I really don't care if you understand or not. But the watch market is dead. You know? And that's just, what I'm saying. You don't have to believe what I'm saying. You do whatever you want with your pocket. You spend your money as you please. We are here to tell you what we believe you should pay for watches. That's all. I'm not trying to sell you no watch. I'm not trying to buy your watch. I'm not trying to direct you where you should go to buy the watch because I'm not going to do that. You know? And you might ask, well, why don't you do that? Because I don't want to be responsible for sending you to a place and something happens. You know what I'm saying? I want things to be kosher. So don't ask me to direct you to send you to a place where they have these watches that I'm talking about and prices. You know, you got to do your homework. There's a gentleman here in our channel. His name is Brand. I believe it's Brandon or Brand. I don't know. But this gentleman, he's a subscriber, and he sees the watch market update. And basically, all the watches that I say in prices, this gentleman basically is on target. And you know why he's on target? Because he does his homework. You know, he goes out and he looks and he studies, and he knows that the watch market is dead. And then there's people like some of our subscribers that they basically don't have time to look, so they don't know what the prices are. So when it comes to buy a watch, they get fleeced and they get flim-flammed and they get hoodwinked by these hucksters. But this gentleman that we have in our channel by the name of Brand, you know, if he's right now here, please wave at us. His name is Brad or Brandon, I don't know. But he is unbelievable with giving out the watch market himself. You know, he can be already a dealer because he knows all the prices. You know, and I'm talking about from the most economical watches to the most expensive watches. You know, he knows it all. And I asked him a question. I asked him a question live stream that how did he know all these prices? And he says because he was looking for a watch, he was looking for cars, he was looking for a motorcycle, he was looking for a go fast boat. So he pretty much a papao, you know, he's basically all wetted, you know, with this subject of watches and boats and cars and all that good stuff. So you guys, my advice to you guys is to do the same thing that that gentleman is doing, you know, and he knows what he's doing. He basically knows what he's doing. He knows the prices very, very well. I mean, I believe that a lot of you right now are very educated already as it is already because you guys, I'm sure you guys are doing a lot of Googling, you know? You got to do a lot of Googling. You got to get in there. You got to get involved and you got to just keep on, you know, knocking on doors and finding out prices because the watch market is dead, ladies and gentlemen. You know, está intensive care, you know? Intensive care, you know? Is intensive care. Whatever they tell you, the watch market is in intensive care, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to find different people that they're going to keep on bringing in different niches. You know, they're going to bring in watches that have been dead forever, you know, watch models that have been dead forever, and they're coming back now and saying that this is the new watch. You know, we have a gentleman that, Sweet Kikino, you know, Sweet Kikino to me, Joaquin to you, he has a name for this gentleman. His name is Eugene the San Francisco Cruiser Walker. You know, Eugene the San Francisco Cruiser Walker. And he's walking around ready to wax your sinus congestion, if you know what I mean. And his new niche, this huckster, you know, this hoodwink, you know, this flim-flammer, that he's a cheap knockoff from the real thing. And the real thing is me and Joaquin, you know, Sweet Kikino. He has the same playbook. He has my playbook, and he uses every single catchphrase that we have. And I have a message to all of you out there that are looking at this watch that he is promoting all day, every day. And that is the Patek Philippe Ellipse, you know, the Patek Philippe Ellipse. My father, in his day, in the 70s, in the very, very late 60s, he had those Patek Ellipse watches. You know, and we will call them in our, you know, watch, you know, connoisseurs, we call that the, you know, the sardine can watch. With all due respect to people that like the Ellipse watch, you know, with all due respect, but this is a can sardine watch, you know, to be honest. You know, it had its moment. These are very, very, how can I say, you know, these are very, very petite watches, you know, 31 millimeter, you know, it's, you know, but they're promoting this watch. That doesn't mean that I'm saying that the watch is not good looking. The watch is very good looking, but not for the price that this the San Francisco cruising cruiser. The gentleman that wants to wax your sinus congestion. And he's talking about that it's going to be 5 times, 6 times, 10 times the price that a watch that costs $9,000 next year is going to cost $250,000. I'm not going to accept that, I'm not going to accept that this flim flammer is going to catch you guys, catch you guys or take you guys. I'm not going to permit that. Those watches, to be honest, they're dead in water, ladies and gentlemen. No matter what he tells you, no matter what he keeps on pouncing you in the head with, those watches are dead in water. I'm being honest, and this guy is the whole day talking about the ellipse. That if you buy his ellipse for $15,000, next year is going to be $35,000, $150,000. So don't get caught in that current, that water. Don't get caught on that. No te montes en ese caballo porque vas a perder. Vas a perder el fuyingo. You know what fuyingo is? If you don't know what fuyingo is, you Google it, because I'm not going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to give you a public service watch announcement. That's what I'm here for. So don't let this gentleman, Eugene, the San Francisco walking cruiser, I don't know, he cruises all over the place. He's all over the place. He, walks in different places, and he's always around the Golden Gate Bridge, and he just sits around and talks. And be careful, when somebody is imitating another person, you should not be trusting that person. And this person wants to talk exactly like me. So you got to watch it. Not like me only, like, Joaquin. Joaquin to you, Kino to me. He wants to be exactly like us, ladies and gentlemen. This guy's looking for memberships. This guy's looking for, I don't know, he wants your savings account, So I'm telling you that if you're looking at those Patek Philippe Ellipse watches, be very, very, very careful. This is not going to be the Cartier crash. This is a watch. Hay un montón de toreros. There's a lot of these watches all over the place. A lot of these Patek Philippe Ellipse watches, they're all over the place. So you got to be very, very careful with this watch model. There's a watch model that was dead, completely dead, and they're giving it some kind of oxygen to try to lift it back up again, because it's what it is. The watch market is dead, so they have to find other outs to get you fleeced. They got to get like the King Midas, the Rolex King Midas. That's another dog with fleas. I talk, the same level. The King Midas, dog with fleas. The Piaget Polo, dog with fleas. It's worth gold. That's it. I just call it their gold. Scrap gold. That's it. It ain't going to be no Cartier crash. Cartier crash is one thing. It's one thing, and it's very, very limited of those Cartier crash watches. These Patek Ellipse, these Piaget Polos, these Briguettes, Corum, and so on and so on. There's a bunch of those watches just sitting in safes, ready to sell them. But they want to make them famous now to get into your children's tuition money. So be smart, right, guys? Be very, and I mean be very careful with this gentleman. Eugene, the San Francisco cruiser. I'm telling you, you hear this guy, and you gotta be asleep to believe what he's telling you. This guy is, this is a very petite man. I'm gonna describe him to you. He's like around 5'6", $138, with very, very, very palmolive fingers. Hands, very, very soft, silky. So be careful. He's out there giving free wax. He'll wax your sinus congestion for free. Letting you know. You do whatever you want, but I'm giving you the warning what's going on. While I'm here, nobody's going to be able to fleece you and flim-flam you that easy. They're not going to be able to flim-flam you that easy. I'm here. Another thing I want to tell you guys out there, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new United States administration in the White House now. I told you guys, I will say for the last 28 months, I've been telling you guys to buy gold. If you want to invest in something, buy gold. You know, I've been telling you, listen, you know, right now is the moment to buy gold. And when I started telling you to buy gold, thank you very much, Wicked. Thank you very much. When I tell you to buy gold, it was, you know, probably gold was at $1,700. And a lot of people out there were kind of annoyed. Who are you to talk about gold? Who are you, an expert? But I told you guys to buy gold instead of watches, you know, because watches are dead. If you want to invest in something, I told you this. If some of you are here and you remember this, you go, wow, I remember when you would say that. And people were mad because I was saying that the one that told me about that, you know, I didn't know about this, but the one that told me about this was no other than Joaquin. Kino told me, hey, this is the moment to stop buying gold. And I'm telling you, it was about that price. I'm telling you, $1,600, $1,700 an ounce. And people were angry, you know, because I was saying to go buy gold, you know, and the experts and, you know, all these people that knew about all these things were mad, you know, because I was saying that. But I did tell you that. And right now we have a new administration. Gold at this moment, I believe, is somewhere, you know, 2,900 and change, you know. So I said 1,600, 1,700, and today is at 2,900. If anybody knows what the price of, you know, the ounce of gold is, a spot, you know, spot gold, put it up there for me. Help me out, you know, help me out. But people were angry because I was, you know, telling you guys, forget about buying watches, buy gold. And I'm going to tell you again today, you know, you go to Costco, I went to Costco the other day to buy a couple of hot dogs. Unbelievable, those hot dogs. You know, I went to buy some hot dogs over there, and I started looking at the jewelry. Before, back then, the jewelry, they used to have Rolex, Cartier, and all that good stuff. They don't have that no longer, but they did. If you guys don't believe me, that's fine. You know, you don't believe me, Google it. You know, do yourself a favor and Google it. But they had those watches, but now they have ounces of gold, you know, pure gold. And I believe somewhere in the $3,000 range, 29 and change, right? $2,900 and change. And they let you buy, I think is, you know, you can buy five, you know, five, let you buy five, something to that effect, right? Okay, 14% the last 30 days. Wow, okay. But I'm going to tell you now something, ladies and gentlemen. I really want to tell you something that's very, very, very important for you guys to know this. There's a new administration in the White House. And they've been talking about, you know, they want to go into, you know, nobody, I haven't heard no president or no administration say they're going to go into, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name, Fort Knox. If I'm saying it wrong, please help me out. I don't have Sweet Kid Kino here to help me out with the words. He's not here today. But I believe this, you know, Fort Knox, you know, where they're supposed to have their trillions and trillions of dollars of gold. So this new administration is saying that they're going to go, that they're going to be going, exactly, they're going to be going in to Fort Knox. I don't know, in the next, I don't know when, but I'm excited to see this because I'm going to be honest, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a true believer that in Fort Knox, there's no gold. You know who told me that? Joaquin to you, Kino to me. The brains of this channel. The brains of this channel told me there's no gold in that Fort Knox. It's just all a show. You know, guys with machine guns, you know, gated all over the place. You know, big walls of, you know, 20 feet wide, the walls thick, you know. Unbelievable. It's unbreakable in there, you know. But nobody has gone in there to say, hey, man, we saw all the gold in that place. Nobody has seen that. It's unbelievable, but true, ladies and gentlemen. Whether you want to believe it, whatever I'm saying, Google it. I want you to Google everything that I'm saying. Tell me what administration has gone into Fort Knox and has seen with their eyes and have taken pictures of trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars in gold. You're going to see nobody. But this new president, you know, I don't know where he came from, but he's unbelievable. I don't know where he came from, but the things that he's doing, he's unbelievable. That doesn't mean that I don't like him or I like him. I'm just saying he's unbelievable, that's all. But I want you guys to know that if this administration walks into Fort Knox, they walk in And there is all that gold that they're claiming is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You might be thinking that's it. No, 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 no. It's the opposite. If that administration walks into Fort Knox to look into that gold, what do you think I'm going to say? Does anybody know? Because all this information, I'm not saying it. I'm reading it here. The instructions that Sweet Kino left me. This Kino's a brains, ladies and gentlemen. This Kino's es una jodienda. I mean, Kino es una jodienda. I'm telling you, they walk in to Fort Knox and there's no gold in there. Again, if gold right now, I'm just going to round it off. If gold right now is $3,000, the spot of pure gold, 24 karat gold, 24, puro, purificación, brutal. And they walk into that Fort Knox, and there is no gold, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to know that gold is going to jump up. You heard it from this expert. Unbelievable. You heard it from this expert. Look at this, Mr. Donut. Mr. Donut is saying that, forget about it. China has all the gold. You can read it. Read what Mr. Donut just finished saying. You know, unbelievable. This Mr. Donut is unbelievable, what he said. I'm only telling you, Mr. Donut is unbelievable. So Mr. Donut is saying that basically China has all the gold. But I'm going to tell you that if Fort Knox doesn't have no gold in that, structured building, then not even King Kong can get in there. Not even Godzilla. Godzilla from China, he can't even get in there. If he can get in there and there's no gold in there, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know. And please, Mr. Donut, please say what you believe when I say this. Please. I want to be wrong. I want Sweet Kino to be wrong. Gold will jump between a 25 and a 35%. If there's no gold in Fort Knox, gold will jump between a 25 and a 35%. What do you think about that, ladies and gentlemen? So do your math, pencil this. This is knowledge, not from me. I don't have the capacity to talk this way. I don't have the capacity. Yo no tengo la capacidad. I don't have the capacity. I don't have the chrome, chrome, how do you call that? Chrome something, I don't have it. No tengo. I don't have the genetics. No tengo lo genético para hablar así. Everything that I'm talking to you about, ladies and gentlemen, is about, Sweet Kino telling me and me voicing it out to you. Because Kino doesn't speak, English, but Kino he's a master. And he's told me that if they find no gold in Fort Knox, gold would jump up between a 25 and a 35%. Ladies and gentlemen, you're talking about big money. Big money to be made. And I'm telling you, I believe that new administration, they're in for a surprise. They're in for a surprise, ladies and gentlemen. I honestly believe there's no gold in that building. Fort Knox. Is it Fort Knox, Donut Man? Is it Fort Knox? Unbelievable, that Donut Man. Wicked. How is it called? Fort Knox? Somebody help me out, ladies and gentlemen. I want to make sure I'm saying it correctly. Fort Knox, So they're making a plan to go there to find out if gold, yes, you see that? There you go. Thank you, Mr. Donut. Thank you. There it is. There it is, Fort Knox. There it is. I'm telling you. So, they're selling. I'm not telling you to go. No. We're not telling you to go. We're not here giving you no information of expertise. We're just telling you, I'm telling you what Sweet Kino is saying. If they find no gold, no bars, nothing in there, nothing in there, because they've been saying for many, many years that there is nothing inside Fort Knox. No gold whatsoever. So, if you are thinking of doing some kind of investment with all the money you have, take a look see, at some kind of, metals, take a look at the metals. And the only metal I see right now making big money is gold. And I'm telling you, when I started telling you, it was somewhere between $1,600 and $1,700 an ounce. And today it has to be somewhere in 2,900, 3,000, 2,950, 2,875 is there. So you can see the amount of money has gone up. It's just going up. So, take a look, see at the Costco bars and, see what's happening. Look at them real well. And they're letting people buy 5 bars of those little ounces at a time. No more than that. You can't buy 5 more. They even have that, basically checked out. They want to know who's buying 5 bars. They want to know if Kino's buying 5 bars. Bam, 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 bam. So, ladies and gentlemen, you got to be careful, all right? I'm telling you what's going on. Be smart with your money. Don't let these people hoodwink you and fleece you. They know. I'm going to tell you the other secret now. If you ask me about these Muppet Boiler Room secondary gray watch market dealers, they're packing up on gold. They're packing up on gold. They're buying all the gold they can get their hands on. They don't care. They're buying all that scrap gold. They're buying it because they know that's where the money is at. They know it. That's where the money is at right now, and it's in gold. And I'm telling you, if the president says we found no gold in Fort Knox, the shit is going to hit the fan. There's going to be a frenzy of people buying gold left and right. A frenzy. A frenzy, right? A frenzy? A frenzy. People going crazy, People buying gold. So be smart, be intelligent. I know what I'm trying to tell you. I know what I'm trying to tell you because Kino told me. Kino told me, and Kino basically, I'm telling you, everything he says, it comes out. He told me that about going, and like 28 months ago, he told me that gold is going to be the thing to buy. Some people were also thinking about, ¿cómo se llama? La plata, silver, but silver is not it. It's gold. The situation is gold. So, that's it. Buy physical gold. Listen to this man. These people are unbelievable here. We got a bunch of smart people in this channel, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, our channel is, this is a public service watch announcement channel that drops knowledge only for free. For free. Nobody else. We're not here selling no memberships. We're not asking you for no thank you this, thank you that. Membership of $12, $15, $4.95. No. We get caught holding the short end of the stick. And you know why. And I know that you guys know why, because we're stupid like that. We are just stupid like that. But that's fine, because we understand la situación. La situación está jodida. No hay chavo, no hay pasta, no hay lana, no hay plata, no hay chelito. No money, no honey. Estamos jodidos, papi. I'm telling you, if that new president goes to Fort Knox and opens the door, and he walks in and there's no gold there, esto se jodió, papi. Dark times are right near you. And I'm telling you, how many do you believe? How many of you out there believe that there is gold in Fort Knox? I'm not going to talk until somebody puts their message. How many do you think that there is gold in Fort Knox? I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to talk until somebody says, I believe. I want to hear somebody say yes. Give me an explanation. I don't have nobody. Look at this. This is unbelievable. Look at that. See that? Wicked is a man of integrity. Wicked is a man of integrity. He finished saying that he believes it's been sold. That's right. We're a bunch of sellouts. We are a bunch of sellouts in this country, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. China, China, that's it. You heard this new I don't know, a Cuban guy, this political. He's in the new administration. think his name is Rubio, something like Rubio, but he's, Spanish guy. He says that the most powerful, he says, hands down, the most powerful country with the most money is China. That's what he says. Anyway, guys, I gave you what I believe I should speak about. I talked to you about Eugene, the San Francisco cruiser that wants to wax your sinus congestion. I talked to you about, the options, what's happening, with the options, so you guys won't get fleeced and flim flam. And I talked to you about the new administration going into Fort Knox looking for gold, for gold, for real physical gold, the real thing. But some people already saying that doesn't exist. Anyway, we're going to go into the watch market update because that's what you guys have been waiting for, the watch market update. So I'm going to give it to you so you can see how it continues to drop, how it continues to drop faster than Bill Clinton's pants in an Arkansas farmhouse, Unbelievable, but true. But just give me a second. Garganta. Oh, unbelievable, this water. Water is beautiful. Drink lots of water, ladies and gentlemen. Drink water. Water all day. Ladies and gentlemen, our first watch is a Patek Philippe Nautilus. Two-tone, rose gold with stainless steel. The 5980. I repeat, the Patek Philippe Nautilus 5980 rose gold with stainless steel with a 40.5 millimeter casing. Unbelievable watch. This watch has a retail price of $78,070 plus your Uncle Sam's taxes. Unbelievable. New bracelet, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get it confused. Not the old one. New, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. And ladies and gentlemen, this they have comps, that I relook at. The Sweet Kid Kino looks at when, he studies it. There's comps up there of $110,000, $107,000. This is what they have out there. Those different platforms that sell watches. Unbelievable, those platforms. And ladies and gentlemen, this watch at one moment in that Corona era, was over $135,000. And there was a real big long line of lollipop suckers, window lickers, crayon eaters, tomato cans, unbelievable. Crumb bums, unbelievable. They were just, fleecing people left and right. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you do whatever you want, but don't pay for that Patek 5980 two-tone rose gold and stainless steel. Don't pay more than $89,000 and do whatever you want. But the watch market está jodido, papá. La situación está caótica. You know what caótica means? If you don't know what it means, you Google it, because I'm not going to tell you. You do whatever you want. You got to stop being crumb bums. You cannot continue being buffaloes. If you don't know what a buffalo means, you Google it. Unbelievable. Our next watch is a Patek Philippe Aquanaut Rose Gold, self-winding, unbelievable, with a 39.9 millimeter casing. Unbelievable. Retail price is $63,750. And at one moment, ladies and gentlemen, in the Corona era, this watch was over $275,000. This has a blue rubber strap and a blue dial. Unbelievable looking time machine. Self-winding, the Aquanaut. Unbelievable. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to tell you, you do whatever you want. The retail price of that watch again is $63,750. And at one moment it was over $275,000. $275,000, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. And I'm going to have to tell you the truth, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if it's going to be the good truth for you or bad truth. But I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. But I'm going to tell you, don't pay. Don't pay for that watch more than $131,000. And I'm just telling you what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want with your money. It's your money and you do whatever you want. The situation is bad out there. And I'm going to continue to promote nonstop that the watch market is dead. I'm taking this to a different level. I'm going to promote that the watch market is dead nonstop. I'm going to make these flim flammers honest. When they become honest, I'll stop. But they got to become honest. You do whatever you want. Our next watch is an unbelievable watch. It's a Patek Philippe Nautilus, stainless steel. You know, the 5980 with a 40.5 millimeter casing. Retail price is $53,100. Unbelievable. But this watch doesn't have the blue dial. This watch has the gray dial, ladies and gentlemen. It's not as desirable as the blue one. You understand me? It's not as desirable. But this watch is a Patek, and this watch was over. It went all the way up. All the way up. Like the song, you know? If you don't know what song it is, you Google it. All the way up. It went up to, I don't know, 190, 180, 175, 160. You know? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You're not going to believe this, Wicked, you know, where this watch went to. It went all the way to the sky, you know? Unbelievable. And ladies and gentlemen, like I was telling you, was, you know, the retail price is $53,100. Unbelievable looking time machine with a 40.5 millimeter casing, the great dial Nautilus. And I'm going to have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you do whatever you want. But don't pay for that Patek, stainless steel, Nautilus with a gray dial. Don't pay more than $76,000. And done! You do whatever you want. Keep in mind, this is not the blue dial. This is the gray dial, el perrito, you know? The little dog, you know? The one that people don't really want. They want the blue one. They don't want the gray one. But there it is, so you won't get taken. You won't get taken that easy, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a channel out there that promotes a lot of watches. You know, they call it, you know, Feet Happy, you know, Feet Happy. And I talked about this watch 2 weeks ago. You know, I talked about this watch 2 weeks ago. And Feet Happy just talked about this watch. And we're talking about the Patek Philippe Grand Complications. You know, the green dial, green strap. You know, I call it the G.I. Joe military. It's unbelievable, you know. The 5204G. White gold. This is a monster watch. Split seconds, chronograph, perpetual. Unbelievable. A monster of a watch. Retail price, which this is a brand new watch, is still floating around. $337,000 plus your Uncle Sam's taxes. Unbelievable time machine. Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, a retail price of $337,000 plus your Uncle Sam's taxes. I told you last week, don't pay for that watch more than $207,000. And I told you this, right? I told you that. And we have this watch, you know, watch dealer, you know, he's unbelievable. You know, I can say negative things and I can say good things. Let me tell you something. You know, I talk about the gentleman, you know, the Iron Sheik tunic man, you know, the guy that wears a tunic, white, you know, white dress, you know, I don't know how you call it, you know. I have one. When I went to Dubai, I had to wear the Iron Sheik white tunic with the little thing in my head. I have pictures. I'm going to put them up so you can see me the way I was dressed up. I look a Sheik, like Iron Sheik. But this man is a very small, petite man, and, you know. And this man has, like I said again, I make mistakes every week. I believe this guy has like over $400 million in watches, right? But this company here from the United States, you're not going to believe this, you know. They're going to be happy to hear this. We're talking about the two gentlemen. One is smart, one is dumber, one is taller, one is smaller, you know, Feet Happy, you know. And we're talking about that watch, the Grand Complications, the 52, you know, 04, you know, with the green dial, green strap. Anyway, I'm going to tell you, this company, Feet Happy, they have to have the biggest stock of watches. If you're hearing me feet happy, you should be happy hearing this from me. You know, when I say something, ponle el dedo, you know, ponle el dedo, que es así. These people must have one of the biggest inventory of watches. I'm being honest. These people have to have unbelievable what they have in stock. That company, Feet Happy, and they have their like around, I don't know, they must have their 15 salespeople because these people move watches all day long. Okay? And I'm telling them, I'm giving them a voice out. Feet Happy must have the most money and watches in the United States. You heard that? Forget about Miami, forget about New York, forget about this one, this company. I don't know where they're from, but I know they're called Feet Happy. They have the most stock in watches. They must have hundreds of millions of dollars in watches. I'm being honest. I'm being honest. So they should be happy by me voicing them out. But anyway, going back to that grand complications with the green dial, green strap. And I told you don't pay more than $207,000. But Feet Happy is selling one brand new for $219,000. $219,000. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you the truth. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want, but don't pay for that watch. And I'm telling you, it's dropping again. Don't pay for that watch. Don't pay more than $203,000. And dumping, Feet Happy, dumping, Feet Happy, dumping, Feet Happy. Dead. I know what I'm telling you. You do whatever you want. It's your money. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. Our next watch is a Patek Philippe Complications White Gold World Time Chronograph, the 5930G, with a 39.5 millimeter casing. Unbelievable time machine. White gold, ladies and gentlemen, has a retail price of $81,610. You know, if I'm going too fast, let me slow down. The Patek Philippe Complications White Gold World Time Chronograph, 5930G, 39.5 millimeter casing, with a retail price of $81,610. Ladies and gentlemen, you do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. But don't pay for that watch. Don't pay for that watch more than $44,000. And do whatever you want. La situación está jodida, muchachos. Guarden su dinero. Stop giving away your children's tuition money away, ladies and gentlemen. Things are bad out there. Fort Knox. Fort Knox. If there's no gold in Fort Knox, se jodieron. I know what I'm telling you. You do whatever you want. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to talk about a Vacheron Constantin. Vacheron Constantin. We're going to be talking about the Vacheron Constantin Rose Gold, the 4500V/110. This is an unbelievable time machine. This has the most purest blue dial in the watch industry. Nobody can come close to the way these guys paint that blue dial, or whatever they do to it. I don't know what they do to it, but it's the most beautiful blue dial in the watch game. And ladies and gentlemen, this watch at one moment was went all the way up in that Corona era. You know, that Corona beer era. The Corona beer era. If you don't understand what that means, you Google it. The Corona beer era. It went all the way up to $1.15, $1.20, $1.10, $1.08, $1.07, $1.02, $99,000. Unbelievable, that 4500. It has a retail price of $60,500. This is sad to say because this is an unbelievable time machine. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking at the Vacheron Constantin 4500V rose gold with a blue dial, and we're talking about use. We're talking about use. I mean, you do whatever you want. We're talking about use. Slider condition material watches in this channel. In this channel. Don't get it confused. In this channel, use. And we're going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, don't pay for that watch. Don't pay for that watch more. You're going to go, wow. Don't pay for that watch. I'm talking about full kit, full kit, full set. You do whatever you want. There's a new model that came now. So these things are dropping faster than Billy Boy's pants in an Arkansas farmhouse. It is a beautiful watch, Mr. Donut. It is a beautiful watch. But the watch market is dead. It's dead. And it's dropping. Ladies and gentlemen, I started talking about this watch. At one moment, it was don't pay more than $60,000. You know, retail. It was at retail $60,000. When it was dropping, 60. Then I went to 56. Then I went to 52. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna have to tell you, you do whatever you want. You do whatever you want, but don't pay for that beautiful Patek. Vacheron Constantin overseas, rose gold 4500V with a 41mm casing, beautiful blue dial. Don't pay more than $43,500, and I'm gonna give it a soft drop because it's critical. I don't know what happened to Vacheron Constantin with their time machines, because let me tell you, to me they make one of the best craftsmanship out there, movement wise and casing wise and bracelet wise. Unbelievable. But these things are dropping faster than Billy Boy's pants in an Arkansas farmhouse. I mean, you do whatever you want. Here's another watch that that company again, Feet Happy. You know, Feet Happy again. You know, they call this the Vacheron Constantin, the Historics, yellow gold, 4200H, you know, /222. Unbelievable. 37mm casing. This is a very, you know, the bracelet's big, you know, and basically it over covers. I even think that the casing of the watch, you know, the dial is a monster watch, the bracelet, you know, but the casing is a 37mm casing, ladies and gentlemen. And the retail price of this watch is $74,000. $74,000. And I'm going to have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that company Feet Happy, they're selling it for $72,000. $72,000 they're asking for that watch. I don't know if they still think that people are getting still PPP loans out there, government grants, SBA loans, you know, stimulus checks, unemployment checks, you know, unemployment protection checks. You know, I don't know. I don't know what people are thinking, but I'm going to tell you not to pay for that Vacheron Constantin Historics Yellow Gold 4200H2222, 37mm casing with a retail price of $74,000. Don't pay more. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. No importa lo que te haga. I don't care what you do. I just give you the price. You know? Remember, we've been chosen as the #1 watch market update show in the world. Unbelievable, but true. Unbelievable. I told you 61, Mr. Donut. Don't pay more than $61,000. We're the #1. We're the #1 watch market update show. You know, we've been chosen by no other than Fudinki. You know Fudinki? You know who Fudinki is? You Google it. We've been chosen as the #1 show in the world by Fudinki. You do whatever you want. You do it. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is a Rolex stainless steel Sky Dweller with a green dial, 42mm. You know, with an oyster bracelet. You know, the Rolex Sky Dweller, stainless steel with a beautiful mint green dial. Oyster bracelet. You know, what people really want out there, they want that, you know, they want that Jubilee bracelet. You know, the Jubilee bracelet is the fever. It's the fever, you know? The fever, unbelievable. And this is a 42mm with the oyster bracelet. Reference number 336934. It has a retail price of $16,150. And ladies and gentlemen, this watch was all the way up. It was all the way up. I don't even want to tell you. It was all the way up. You know, I don't want to tell you no more. I don't want to tell you. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you do whatever you want. I was going to tell you not to pay more than $20,500, right? But I'm going to tell you not to pay more than $21,000, and bam! You do whatever you want. This is a beautiful looking time machine, but it's dropping faster than Billy Boy's pants in an Arkansas farmhouse. Remember, this has the oyster bracelet, not the Jubilee. You do whatever you want. Our next watch is a Rolex, white gold. You know, listen up, white gold, you know, gold medal. Gold medal. Wow, okay. White white gold. Rolex white gold sky dweller with a white dial, you know, cream white dial. 42 millimeter. Oyster bracelet, you know, oyster bracelet. Reference number 326939. This watch has a retail price of $55,400. Can you imagine paying $55,400 plus your taxes on that watch? And this watch, since it came out of the gates, it was dead in water. It was dead in water, you know, whether you want to believe it or not, it was dead in water. It was dead in water. And it was dead in water face up, you know, face up, not even face down, face up. That's even worse, you know. You know, estás muriendo bien jodido. And ladies and gentlemen, like I said, this has a retail price of $55,400. And remember, the new administration is going to Fort Knox. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, don't pay for that Sky Dweller white gold with a cream white dial, white gold oyster bracelet, 326939. Don't pay more. And I mean, don't pay more. Wow, man. Están perdidos, bro. Están perdidos estos muchachos. Wicked said 22. Wicked, did you say $22,000 for the white gold Sky Dweller? Did you say $22,000, Wicked? Just give me a thumbs up so I know you heard me. Did you say that? I did. Okay. I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you should listen to Wicked. He's on pace. Don't pay for that watch more than $25,000 and bang! Bang! I know what I'm telling you. He's dead. He's dead. You be careful. He's dead. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. Our next watch is a Rolex stainless steel Daytona, black dial, black ceramic, 40 millimeter. The Darth Vader. Oh, look, my son. Look. This is the old reference number. The old reference number. The 116500. Unbelievable. This watch has a retail price of $14,800. And in the Corona era, man, they were having fun with you people out there. They must have exchanged that watch hands in a watch show probably in a day, probably 6 times, you know? $14,800. It has the old reference number, 116500. And at one moment in that Corona beer era, it was over $35,000. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna have to tell you the honest truth, Scout's truth, you know? The truth. Don't pay for that watch, and we're talking about used. We're talking about used slider condition material watches in this channel. Don't get that confused. In this channel, don't pay more than $19,000 and dumping. Okay, you do whatever you want. Pero ese reloj está bajando como bajarle las panties a una hembra. Está bajando como bajarle las panties a una hembra. You do whatever you want. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is a Rolex two-tone, gold and steel, yellow gold and steel, the Daytona. Unbelievable, another Daytona, 40 millimeter, white dial, reference number 116523. Unbelievable. You know, the retail price of that watch is $21,100. Let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen. You know, two-tone watches, like I keep on telling you, in my time, in my era, two-tone watches weren't dogs. They were considered like dogs with fleas. Or you had steel watches, or you had gold watches. But you couldn't be in the middle. You could not be in the middle. If anybody knows about it, please feel free to disagree with me. That's fine. I'm just telling you, in my time, two-tone watches were considered, okay, I'm going to call it a dog, you know, because maybe you guys don't want to hear dog with fleas. It was a dog. It was a dog having a two-tone watch. And I'm telling you, this watch, like I'm telling you, this Rolex Daytona two-tone, reference number 116523, has a retail price of $21,100. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. We're talking about, full kit. Full kit. You do whatever you want. We're talking about full kit. I'm going to tell you, don't pay for that watch. Don't pay more than $15,000 and I'm going to give you one drop only, so I'm going to be kind. But you do whatever you want. La situación está jodida. I'm telling you, if that new administration goes to Fort Knox in these next couple of days and they don't find gold there, señores, save your money. Save your money. Put it away. I know it. Yeah, of course you will buy. Yeah, you will buy it too. You will buy. He'll buy it. He's gonna buy it. I'll buy it. Okay, but you gotta do your homework the same way that Mr. Brad, Brad does his homework. And look for it and you'll buy it. And you'll get it for that price. There's no money in the street, papi. You're the lucky one that has money that can do that. Not anybody can dish out $15,000 today, papa. There's no more Corona, bailouts. There's no more Corona bailouts, papi. You're a big shot that you can pay $15,000. For real, I mean that. I mean that. What is his name? Mr. Fishhead. You are big if you can do that. I'm telling you. Congratulations. But look for it. Do your homework like that gentleman Brand does it. He looks for brands. I think he looks for brands of different things. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is a Rolex stainless steel, the Bruce Wayne. But not the Jubilee one. This is the oyster bracelet. The dog with flea. The dog, the dog. Let's not call it a flea. The dog, The Bruce Wayne, stainless steel with an oyster bracelet, 40 millimeter casing, Black and gray dial, ceramic bezel, black dial, unbelievable that watch, that Bruce Wayne. Unbelievable. GMT, Master 2, 40 millimeter, reference number 126710, GRNR. Unbelievable. When this watch came out, this was the best thing that Rolex can do last year. Last year. This was the best they can do. And it went all the way up to $35,000. And people were just giving away their money away again, because they still believe. They still believe that they were in the Corona era. They were giving their money away. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to tell you the honest truth. You do whatever you want. But I'm going to tell you, this has a retail price of $10,800. And like I said, it was over $35,000, whether it was the oyster bracelet or their Jubilee bracelet. It was big time, unbelievable. And they were, these spoof balls were giving the children's tuition money away. They didn't care. They would just give it away. Dáselo pa' carajo. Give it away. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you do whatever you want. But don't pay for that Bruce Wayne stainless steel GMT Master 2. Don't pay more than $15,800. And do whatever you want. You do whatever you want, Bob. It's your money. You do whatever you want. Our next watch is a Rolex stainless steel GMT oyster bracelet, GMT Master 2, 40 millimeter, reference number 126710, BLRO, with a red and blue ceramic bezel, But this one has the oyster bracelet. It's the one that most of you don't want. You don't want that one. You don't want that one. You don't want it, But this one is with an oyster bracelet. They call this the Pepsi. They call this the Pepsi. The one they're banking that they're going to discontinue, in the next couple of, the next month. They're going to discontinue this watch. Unbelievable. The Rolex stainless steel Pepsi GMT oyster bracelet, 40 millimeter, 126710 BLRO. Blue and red ceramic bezel, retail price $10,800. Ladies and gentlemen, do yourself a favor. Don't pay for that watch more than $15,900 and do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. You keep on giving your children's tuition money away. You got to study like that gentleman Brand, to subscribe to this channel. He looks everywhere. That guy can go with me on pace, on numbers, pace, on numbers. Stop giving your children's tuition money away. Like you guys keep on giving your super chats to those channels, to the Warris Fat Bastard, the two Jehovah Witness brothers, the Warris Fat Bastard. It's unbelievable, that guy. He's unbelievable, but that's how it is, the hungry hippo, Mr. Magoo, boxing black eyes, the $150 million company going to $300 million. You should be embarrassed, ladies and gentlemen. That's who you like to look at. And that's fine. We like it like that. Unbelievable, but true. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is a Richard Mille, the RM010 white gold skeleton dial. You know, it's unbelievable. White gold with a blue strap. It's unbelievable. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you the truth. You do whatever you want. Flip, you do whatever you want. Flip, you do whatever you want. This is a Richard Mille RM010 white gold skeletonized dial, to give you the proper, proper word. Unbelievable. This watch was unbelievable. This watch in the Corona era, it was disgusting. You could have seen those kids, walking around with the Bitcoin rich kids, driving around their green Lamborghini, and wearing their Richard Mille, unbelievable. The Richie Millie. Yeah, that watch, that woman, was over $275,000, ladies and gentlemen. You do whatever you want. We're talking about full kit. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, don't pay for that watch. Don't pay for that watch. Don't pay for that watch. You do whatever you want, but don't pay for that watch more than $93,000 and gone. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you something before I leave the air. Unbelievable. Sweet Kid Kilo told me to say the air. Like those anchors, like Walter Cronkite. Ted Koppel. Remember those guys? Ted Koppel, Walter Cronkite. Like that. We're leaving the air. Hugh Downs. I don't know if you know that. Maybe you guys are too young for this, but if you do remember, they will say, before I leave the air, I want to tell you something. There's a gentleman that I spoke to you earlier today, and I call this gentleman the Iron Sheik Tunic Man. I want you to know something. The only thing that this Iron Sheik Tunic Man, out of Dubai, is wishing for, and this is again, Sweet Kid Kino was the one that made this analysis. Kino's like a psychiatrist. Era como un psiquiatra. Kino's like a psychiatrist. So he's incredible. The only thing that the Iron Sheik Tunic white man, the tunic with the white dress, the white dress with the thing in his head, it's unbelievable. The only thing that he's waiting for, he's wishing for. I'm saying him because he is like the biggest there is in the world with watches, but that means everybody else is waiting for that. They're waiting for another outbreak, they're wishing for another outbreak. They really are. They're waiting for another outbreak to happen again so that things can really go back up. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Excuse me, I said it wrong. Kino, Joaquin to you, Kino to me, he really means it from the bottom of his heart. This guy, the Iron Sheik Tunic Man, what he is waiting for is for another outbreak, another Corona beer. He's waiting for another Corona beer. You don't know what I'm saying? You don't believe me? He's waiting for another Corona beer so things can soar. Do you guys want to soar with the eagle or you want to crawl with the rats? Because that Iron Sheik Tunic Man, he's a rat. He is a rat. What he is like this. If another Corona beer comes along, we'll bank all over again. We'll bank. And all those people, like the people that he sold a Richard Mille watch to, he sold a Richard Mille. That unbelievable. That Iron Sheik Tunic Man sold a Richard Mille watch to a customer for $1.3 million. I said this a couple of days ago, and I'm going to repeat it again, ladies and gentlemen. And that gentleman, to pay Wigman, is starting to look to me, to Kino. Kino told me he's starting to look like Mrs. Doubtfire. To pay Wigman was making an interview on the Iron Sheik Tunic Man, with the white dress, with the, sometimes he wears baseball hats, like a baseball player. He was making an interview to the Iron Sheik tunic man. And he asked them, so you sold, Mrs. Doubtfire is asking the Iron Sheik, so you sold somebody a Richard Mille for $1.3 million and today it's worth $400,000. Ain't you sorry for them? And the Iron Sheik, tunic man, replied back, no, I'm not sorry for them. I don't feel sorry for them. They're rich. They're rich. They have a lot of money. So this is the way these people think. And then the Iron Sheik, tunic man, replied, maybe now and 18 and 24 months from now, things will go back again and maybe his watch will go back to that price. There'll be a cold day in hell before that price goes back ever to $1.3 million. That Iron Sheik with the tunic man, the tunic man, es una cucaracha. He's a cockroach. He is a cockroach. You understand me? And, to pay Wigman is one of his cronies, Like this is how it is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this watch market update and you learned something from the new administration. You learned something from the Eugene de San Francisco cruiser ready to wax your sinus congestion. I hope so. I hope you learned a lot of things today. The watch market update, auctions. We touched all that. We're very grateful to have you here. You guys are unbelievable. Thank you for supporting the channel. We really mean that. Thank you for supporting the channel. And ladies and gentlemen, I am telling you, we're going to come, Kino says we're going to come with more power and more force to really, voice out that the watch market is dead. Be smart, ladies and gentlemen. La situación está jodida. Anyway, guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like our video, and like me and Sweet Kick Kino say every week, even though Kino's not here today, take care and brush your hair. Peace.